The Remington 870 was introduced in 1951, and ever since then, generations of Americans have popped targets and down game with the venerable pump-action shotgun. In fact, it's the best-selling shotgun of all time. More than 11 million have been sold. But until now, there has never been an 870 like this one in anyone's closet or gun cabinet. This is the Remington 870 DM. DM stands for Detachable Magazine, and it's what makes this edition of the 67-year-old shotgun so special. According to Remington personnel, the concept came about during discussions about how to advance the pump gun platform. The pump-action shotgun is considered one of the most reliable and versatile defensive firearms. It is designed more simply than an autoloader. It is simpler to understand and operate than an autoloader. It's more robust and less susceptible to different ammo types. Whether it's low brass or high brass, or low velocity or high velocity, a pump gun will cycle it because the user does the work. But the firepower of a pump shotgun is limited by its tubular magazine, and loading it quickly under stress is not easy. Today, as so many magazine-fed firearms become popular, it seemed natural to Remington to modernize a decades-old design. The 870 DM is designed almost from scratch to feed from a detachable magazine. This is not a standard 870 with a magazine well. Internally, the action is different, so owners of an 870 cannot simply buy a kit to convert their existing guns into mag-fed firearms. The trigger is changed to accommodate the magazine well. The bolt and shell feeding mechanism are built for the 870 DM only. And even though there is a tube beneath the barrel that looks like a tubular magazine, understand it's a guide for the pump action, nothing more. However, many design elements are retained for simplicity of production. Many parts between old 870s and the 870 DM are interchangeable. Barrels and stock should swap easily, and most fore-ends should work too. Ideally, this is a defensive firearm. It has some utility for hunting, most prominently perhaps for predator hunting. But mainly the 870 DM should attract buyers interested in home defense or three-gun competition. Undoubtedly, some folks will say a shooter in a defensive situation is better served by a long magazine tube beneath the barrel, an aftermarket item readily found and attached to an existing 870. Surely a long magazine tube can hold 6 rounds, same as a 6-round box on a DM. But anyone in dire need of scattergun firepower, under stress, can just as well start to defend himself with 6 rounds in a box magazine and, even more importantly, quickly reload another 6 rounds in another box magazine quicker than it can reload 6 rounds, one at a time, in a tubular magazine. But other than how it feeds, the 870 DM behaves similarly to its tubular magazine counterpart. Fire a round, pump the action back and forth to reload, fire again, then repeat. We did not experience a significant change in the handling properties of this gun as compared to a standard 870. The center of balance, of course, is a bit different than an 870 fitted with a 7-round tube. The latter, fully loaded, carries its weight forward. An 870 DM, fully loaded, carries its weight right beneath the action, in the center of the firearm's balance point. This gun feels heavier because of where the weight is carried, but it's only slightly heavier than a standard 870. Any extra weight is a product of the steel magazine well added to it. The biggest difference in handling is noticed when the gun is empty, or when it needs to be empty to perform the next operation. Do you need to swap slugs for buckshot? Drop the magazine, eject the slug from the chamber, then load a fresh magazine stoked with buckshot. However, that may take some getting used to. If you're holding an 870 after all, you don't automatically reach to release a magazine when your gun runs dry. But even if you do, understand the magazine does not drop out when the release lever in front of the well is engaged. In fact, the magazine does not need to be rocked into or out of the well. It inserts and is removed with a straight push or pull. So to release the magazine, a user pulls the release lever, then strips the magazine with his support hand. To load more rounds, a user pulls the release lever, then pushes straight up to seat a fresh magazine. New owners should practice the sequence a few times to get the hang of it. The reason is Remington engineers needed to account for the pounding of a 12-gauge load and the stress that causes on the firearm overall. Any magazine-fed system on this gun must endure not only that pounding, but also reliably feed and extract shells. An internal spring in the magazine well to hold the magazine in the proper position was the answer. There are 6 870 DMs available ranging from basic to tactical to hunting models. All are 12 gauge. The basic unit features a length of pull of 14 inches, overall length of 38.5 inches, overall weight of about 7.5 pounds, and a matte blue finish. An 18.5 inch barrel and cylinder bore, a single bead front sight, black synthetic stock and corncob forend, and a supercell recoil pad. Most ship with 6-round magazines, but 3-round magazines are available. Other models include the hardwood model, like this unit, only with wooden furniture. The MAGPUL with an adjustable MAGPUL SGA stock and forend, excess ghost ring sights, a tactical rail and tactical rim choke. The Predator and Cryptek Highlander Camo with a Sure Shot thumb hole stock, a tactical forend with a rail, and True Lock chokes for turkeys, predators, and hogs, and excess ghost ring sights. And the Tactical with a rim choke barrel with a ported tactical choke, a tactical forend with a rail, a pistol grip stock, and excess ghost ring sights. A 6th model, Remington Short Tac 14 with a 14-inch barrel, also is available with a detachable magazine. Regardless which one you choose, understand Remington has revamped the classic. With the 870DM, you get the slick operation of one of the most popular firearms of all time, a proven 12-gauge 3-inch shotgun platform that now feeds from a box magazine. This is still a Remington 870, and it still just plain works. Suggested retail prices range from $529 to $799. To learn more about it, visit Remington.com. And for more Sunday Gun Day, any day of the week, visit AmericanHunter.org.